via the telephone at 646-929-2689. Again, that's 646-929-2689. Or you can chat with us right now, right here on Blog Talk Radio. Go to blogtalkradio.com/Damon Nolan. Click on today's episode. There's a big red flag that says on air.
Yep.
Click on that. Scroll to the bottom. And there we are.
Hello.
Want to give a special thanks to Mr. Darren Tyler for providing our theme song. It's called Without You.
That's what we call it.
And that reminds me that without you, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I want to say thank you.
We also call it very funky.
Well, I don't call it, but I sure appreciate it.
See, because you like anti-funk or something. I don't know. Anti-epic as well. How come you don't want to act right, man?
Let me leave the funk behind and go into the chat room and say hi to those who are walking in right now,
who are not defunct by no stretch.
Let me say what's up to Alan Tran.
You gotta get over the funk.
We also got Dyslexic in America at LL.
Who, by the way, is funky.
And we got Tim Arthur, King Tim, a.k.a. George Clooney.
On a bender.
Oceans
11. Anyway, I want to say thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. And then let me, I see Tim Arthur says it's very choppy audio. I seriously, I have no clue. Maybe it's because I have no idea. To be honest with you, I have no idea. I don't know what else to do.
I wonder if
Be on the best network that I can find.
at your disposal.
Well, it's your operating system. I wonder if the other stations on Blog Talk Radio are also choppy.
I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
Well, Tim could.
Tim says I get punked every day, and you know what, man? Last night we were talking to.
What happened?
We were doing Tech Monks last night,
Right.
and he told a nice story about how I introduced him as AKA George Clooney to our special guests at Ignite Rally, because there was Paige Crawford, right, the weather girl, I mean the traffic girl,
Right.
She on NBC
It's
17.
raining men. Oh, the weather girls.
Yeah, the
You
other
see
weather
what I
girl.
did there with the?
So she says, Tim, do I know you? Have we met before? And she was serious. She was like, have we met before somewhere? And of course, her husband said, what? What do you mean? And I said, now he has that face, you know, the face that everybody gets to know. It looks a lot like George Clooney. And then from that moment on, her husband kind of stepped in from the side and says, sir, you can stay on the other side, please. Not anywhere near my wife.
You need to.
Did Tim
Be mindful.
Did Tim go to the other side?
You need a tip. Just
So anyway,
I guess he did.
get the tip.
if you go to Facebook, you'll actually see the picture. You'll see exactly where he is standing in relation
You
to
see,
where his wife is standing in comparison to George Clooney. It's on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I want to say thank you guys for joining us today. We're going to have a good show today. We're going to talk about...
Tim said he didn't go to the other side.
I got the picture to prove it.
see,
He said
it's the story behind the story. The
he said
backstory.
he stood where he wanted to stand.
No, he didn't say that because her husband was taller than him.
I'm gonna say, how big a boy?
Yeah,
how
he's-
big a boy are you?
He was bigger. He was a little bit taller.
More bigger enough?
I don't know. I don't know.
understand that.
I don't know if he could take two of us though. He might get one of us.
So so us.
That's
So
what I'm
are you
saying,
saying that
so-
like you got his back?
I know.
Yeah, I
case-
got
in
my
case
boys
of- in
back
case some
for
stuff
sure.
pop off.
Yeah, I got my boys back.
He said we can stand wherever Tim want to stand. That's what Damon's saying.
That's not what I said.
He said we can stand. We can stand
Well,
wherever Tim
if I
wants
really
wherever
wanted to.
Tim want to stand.
Yeah.
We can.
Well, if it comes to that, but I ain't starting no trouble.
Yeah, I ain't
Right.
starting that.
I ain't starting no
Ain't
trouble.
gonna be none.
Yeah.
Won't start none. Won't be none.
Right.
Like I say, we standing where we standing at. That's all I'm saying.
Still I rise. So
Pause.
today's episode, we're going to talk about and at least in the first segment, we're going to talk a little bit about I got some news, which is some numbers for how much video we're actually watching online. ComScore put out some latest numbers. We're going to go over that in detail. Talk a little bit about what the new trends are, or what the trends are right now, rather.
Excellent.
We'll also talk a little bit
Trending
about
data,
this
big on that st- always
this
big on that stuff.
Facebook hacker that got 8 months in jail.
What?
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, you hear what happened. You let me know if it was worth it. We'll talk about that and much, much more in this episode. But before we actually jump into that story, let me give you a quick announcement. Don't forget, later this month, that's the 29th of February, that Triangle AMA Digital Marketing Training Camp will happen at the Briar Creek Country Club. You can go there right now to get more details on the event. Go to triangleama.org. Again, that's triangleama.org to get all the details on this upcoming training camp. I know my boy Gregory Ng's going to be there talking about some really good topics, so stop by and just take a look at it. And also, because you are a Room 3026 live listener, we have a 10% discount code that you can use. Simply type in, when you register, DMBC10. Again, that's DMBC10. To get 10% off your registration. All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump right on in, shall we?
You mean FeedWatch?
FeedWatch.
FeedWatch?
Yes. If that's okay with you.
FeedWatch.
We're gonna stand where we gonna stand when we just in the feed watch.
We gonna stand where we gonna stand.
Yeah.
FeedWatch.
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 Where we
FeedWatch.
oftentimes comb the blogs
Sporadically.
so that you don't
We
have to.
consistently do it.
We give you the news that you can use because that's what we do.
Indeed.
So you best not snooze.
Don't wanna
You
do that.
will not
Don't want
lose.
to do that.
Unless, of course, you just, enjoy singing the blues.
Don't nobody want to do that.
A boy ha ha.
Don't
A
know
boo
what-
ha
wanna
ha
do that.
ha. This first story is, as I mentioned a moment ago, is a report from ComScore. Now, Derek, I know how much you like numbers.
I'm a big trending analytics guy. Yeah, sure.
I want to talk a little bit about
Aspiring numerical nerd. Sure, sure.
how well is online video doing, and what can that potentially tell us?
Pretty good.
Let me
I'll
also
bet.
welcome, as they come into the room, let me say hi to, let's see, who just came in. Guest 2385, also Miss Eileen Smith is up there.
We love.
What up?
Hello, Miss Eileen. Also, Random Brain Activity, it's Bob H. Welcome to the show.
RBA.
And he says, we are consistently, sporadically scanning the blogs. Really? Yes, well, we do what we do. In any case, so talking about long form video content, ComScore provided some numbers and said that 181 million U.S. internet users watched
Billions.
nearly 40 billion with a B videos of online video content in January. That is a comparison to December, which was a little bit higher at 182 million users who viewed 43.5 billion videos in December. I think part of that is due to, we had more time in December. We were sitting at home wrapping our presents. Probably had a little bit more time to watch some videos than we did in January.
Right.
But that's still a lot of videos to be watched. And this is, again, in the U.S. 84.4% of the U.S. internet audience viewed online video in January.
And the rest of them had Blackberries.
Probably.
The rest of them, I don't know what the rest of them were doing. Maybe
It was a joke.
maybe they were busy at work and they'd have YouTube and other services turned off. I don't know. I have no idea. The duration of the average online content video was 6.1 minutes, which is up from 5.8 minutes in December. It doesn't seem like an awful lot of video over the course of a month.
Well, I mean,
6.1 minutes. I watch 6.1, and I understand this is an average, which means there are people who watch much more than I do, and there are those who watch very little video.
right.
But to me, 6.1 doesn't seem very much.
I mean, I think that's a little accurate because all the
reread
music,
that statistic
all
again.
the
This
music
is a
videos.
month.
Yeah, all
the
music videos.
duration of the average online content video was 6 point. Let me make sure.
That's how long the
video
videos
was.
are. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what I
Okay.
thought. That's what I thought you said.
Well, let me make sure I understood what he was saying. 6.1 minutes long,
music videos.
or
or small clippets of
Gotcha.
stuff.
Okay, that sounds bad. I was like, dude, 6.1 doesn't sound like an awful lot, but
I mean,
but this
that's
is
enough
kind
time.
of in line.
That's
It would-
enough time to introduce like a product or something like that too. I feel
Right.
like if a new thing comes out, you know,
So what's short? So this is called long form video. What's short form video?
man, like 2 minute, 3 minute,
30 seconds,
60
40
seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm thinking anything along the lines that could be like a PowerPoint presentation or longer than that is long form. I don't know.
I don't
Our
know.
attention spans are getting shorter. I mean, people, you gotta catch their attention and keep them in like the first 4 or 5 seconds, or they're gone. You know.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what the difference of long form versus short form is? I mean, is there like an official description or definition of long form video?
Short form video is a
just
video
curious.
lasting 30 seconds or less.
But still. But what does this tell you? If you are if you are doing video, it is probably wise to keep it around 5 minutes. And I remember that kind of being the case, right? That they'd say people don't have patience for long videos. 5 minutes probably is tops.
I mean, the information has to be constantly, you know, at some point where
Either the information or the entertainment, one or the other.
yeah, like I just said, you have to keep on getting enlightened. But if you like already know the rest, it's like, okay, well, I got the part that I didn't know, so
Right.
Or I got the part that I wanted to know.
or this don't give me nothing, so I'm done.
I don't know. I talk to my people that when I do consultant work, I ask them, when's the last time that you watched a video that was that long, however long it is that they're trying to do it.
Right.
A lot of times it's hard to get them over the idea that their content is special. Dude, your content is special to you.
Right. Right. Even though you can, doesn't mean you should.
Yeah,
Exactly.
If you wanted to watch the thing all the way through, or if there's the last part you don't care whether they watch or not, why include it?
Right.
It's hard.
Yeah, we don't need that part.
Well, I do want to say thank you to Bob H. He went out there and did a quick definition for me, and he says web definition says video clips over 5 minutes in length. There we go.
That's long.
Long
so.
form. Anything over that would be long form.
According
Okay.
to whom? I mean, I'm just
yeah.
curious.
Well, if you don't mind posting,
I'm just curious if
this
you
is Derek. He wants to know the source.
show your work, dude.
But I can understand that clearly. You know. So for those of us who tend to go over 9 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it's probably unlikely that anyone has the patience to look at it.
I'm as long-winded as they come. I mean,
Right. Well, I will say this though, to the point, and I think we've talked about this before. Using YouTube has really helped us a lot in getting replays as far as the archive shows go, because you can cut those down into smaller segments, which are about 4 or 5 minutes long. This one
Right.
probably is a little bit longer now that we're talking, but you know, you can actually cut those things down to 5 minutes, where people's patience are like, yeah, I can sit there for 5 minutes, 4 minutes,
Right.
3 minutes.
Right.
You know.
And speaking of online video, I got I'm on season 3 of Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, yeah?
Sons of Anarchy. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
almost
See, you
done.
ain't
Those
say-
are longer
you
than
ain't
those are longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like
It's long-form video.
it's like 55, 40, 45 minutes.
But
But that's good TV though, man. It's slowed down. I can
It's-
see why people didn't really like.
you keep watching.
Yes.
It gets
Is
better.
it on
Yeah,
Netflix?
yeah. Season 3, like
Yeah.
the beginning of it is like really, really slow. They like reach. It feels like they're reaching to keep the story going. So I hope so.
But they've done,
You know
they-
another one like the
continues.
Entourage. If you ever watched that on HBO,
Yeah.
golly jeepers! By
like
halfway
1 and
through
2
the
is
third
like
season,
it's
they're
like
just
it's
reaching.
racing. Season 1 and season 2 is like do, and then season 3 is like.
Well, because I think they're in. Did
Yeah,
they
it's
just
that
get
whole
back from Ireland?
Well, like what's the dude's name? Jack's son got taken to Canada, and they're just now.
Are you just now telling everybody
I mean,
the
No
story?
spoiling.
I mean, okay, somebody.
Somebody's
Kids.
son just got jacked and went to Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're tying it. They're just now tying it together.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and it's just like okay, there's nothing really else besides that going on.
No,
so.
there's much more.
I mean, yeah,
Believe it. There's much more. It gets worse.
it gets worse.
Yeah.
So when does it get
I
good?
won't spoil it. It gets worse. Not worse as in like, oh my gosh, it gets drier.
Oh.
It gets better, but it gets worse. The
Oh, like
situation.
it gets messy.
Like, gosh, does it get worse than that? Yes, it does.
Yeah, I can imagine, man.
Cool.
But it's good online video. Netflix is
It's about time someone else besides me said that.
fulfilling its destiny.
What are you saying?
But I do want to get so there's a couple other numbers here that I want to share with you. YouTube, probably no surprise to anybody. YouTube is ranked as the #1 top online video content property.
People forget Google saw that way off in the distance and bought them up. Man, that's a great get.
Let me tell you about how much though. 152 million unique viewers in January. Wow. The next video platform comes in at 51 million.
Vimeo?
That would be Vivo.
Vivo, right.
Yahoo then says 49.2, Viacom Digital with 48.1 million, and Facebook.com with 45.1 million.
That's not fair. Vivo uses YouTube to show their videos.
I'm just telling you.
I mean, they cheating.
So 152 million. That's how many
Unique
YouTube.
users.
So this is probably a good sign that if you're not putting your videos, your 5-minute your
Short
videos on YouTube, you're probably missing out.
If you're not putting your short form videos in your show.
Yeah.
Now now here's the part I wanted to point out. So the average viewer watched 22.6 hours of online video content in the month of January.
Per month.
With YouTube, you spent about 7.5 hours, and Hulu 3.2 hours, seeing the highest average engagement over all those. I don't think I watch that much YouTube videos. I don't anymore. I haven't lately. I used to watch it a lot.
What,
YouTube
22
videos.
hours worth? Or what, 7 hours?
7.5 hours.
You know, I
That
think
sounds
maybe
pretty good.
last month that sounds about like
In
me
a
because
month?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I don't know if I watch that many videos. Maybe it's
I do. I
possible.
do. It's not directly on the YouTube
Yeah.
site, but
Yeah.
like the NetToots and
Sure.
all
I
those
can
guys
see
with
that.
the
Yeah, I guess you're right.
with the tutorials of 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
at a
man.
time.
7.5 hours
Yeah.
divided by 30.
Yeah, my workout
I
is
guess.
nine.
I guess you're right.
9 minutes a day.
No, I guess you're right.
Or 9 minutes 3
No,
times
yeah,
a week.
Okay.
I'm watching.
Since
30
you do
minutes.
that,
I'm
what
watching-
is that anyway? What's 7.5 hours divided by 30? What does that come out to? It's got to be like
7? Okay, 6
it's
times
like
7 is 42.
4 minutes a day or something like that.
So
Show your
42
work.
divided by
Show your work.
30.
Show your work.
8,
Try
7
420
minutes.
divided by 30.
Show your work.
What does that come out to?
Show your work.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys figure that out. Little math
What
for
was
you.
it? 7 point what?
7.5 hour. Well, it's really
7.5 hours. So that's going to be 400
times-
6 times 7 is 42 plus 30. That's going to be 450 minutes divided by 30. Well, that's not hard.
what does
That
come
is
out
going
to?
to be 15 minutes a day?
Hold up.
That's nothing. I know I do that.
7.5
All right. Let me
divided
finish.
by...
You keep doing your
No.
numbers.
It's
You 7 times
450.
7 times
It's got to be 50.
7
You got to do
times
the minutes.
60.
7 times 60.
We
It's
really do
420.
7.5 times 60.
7.5 times 6.
That's 450.
I'm
Y'all.
trying to help him. Divided by 30.
Right.
times 60.
Didn't I already just do this in my
divided by
head?
30.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What is it?
15.
So
That's
15
what I just
minutes.
What were you
Can we
trying to
run
make?
the tape back?
That's 15
we were
minutes of
showing our
video
work.
per day.
Per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do that. That's easy.
We were
Yeah,
showing our work.
I've been doing that just on the jQuery in 30 days joint from NetToots.
Now, as far as video ads are concerned, Americans viewed 5.6 billion video ads in January, with
Right.
Hulu providing the most of those ads at 1.4 billion. And the time spent watching those video ads totaled 2.3 billion minutes during the month, with, again, Hulu doing pretty much all that. So
How many times will we hit X?
I don't know if I can.
You can't?
I don't know if you
Oh,
can.
yeah, some of them you can't.
Yeah.
You have to watch them.
So anyway, there's a guy, his 26-year-old student got locked up in jail for 8 months.
What did he do?
He hacked Facebook.
Oh, well, you can't do that.
Hack is a pretty broad term. What did he do exactly?
Well, I'll tell you what he did. So he's a software development student from the UK, and he just got sentenced to 8 months in prison after infiltrating the servers of Facebook between April and May of last year. That would be 2011.
So wait, did he? Is he in a British prison, or is he
I have no idea.
a UK citizen in an American prison?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm assuming he's going to be over there because
That's where he
I think that's where he did it.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
But Facebook, in response to that, once they figured out that somebody was doing this, they spent over $200,000 trying to figure out this problem. Like,
As well they should. I mean,
right? And not only that, Facebook also called in the FBI and the British authorities to look into this case. And when they found out it was this 26-year-old, what he had basically done,
Scotland Yard.
he had gone on when they were on vacation, when Facebook was on vacation.
Really?
All of Facebook went on vacation.
I guess it was a holiday when he initially went out there, and he started moving stuff from Facebook onto a server off of Facebook. So he was moving data off, and in any case, he got caught.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and of course, what he said was, "Look, I was just trying to show Facebook, some of its holes. I was trying to help them.
I was doing them a favor.
Yeah,
See,
I just
look
wanted
what,
you guys
look
to
what
know.
I can do. I shouldn't be able to do this, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to let
I
you
shouldn't
know.
be able to move people's names
This was
off.
for educational. This
And
is
credit
for
card
This is
numbers.
for their education. For
Hey,
their
I can help you. I can
Yeah.
help you patch up this hole.
You know,
Dude,
you
he
give
had
me
a
a
bad
job.
lawyer. I
want me
could've
to
got
show
him
you where I
off of that.
came in? Want to show me where I came in?
Just give
See
me a
what
job.
happened was.
Just let me do it.
See, I scanned right here. I took an ID card, got in this room. Oh, it is actual data though. You
Yeah.
can physically
Wow.
take it.
Yeah, moving stuff off the servers. 8 months. So do you think that's
I don't know. It really
is
just
that rightly 8 months, man? That's what you get.
Well, I tell you what, you got to think it's going to serve as quite the deterrent for other
Will it?
future.
Catch
Well,
me if you can. 8 months. I mean,
tell
that's
you
probably
what,
nothing.
If I find myself accidentally on a Facebook server, I'm running. I'm out of there.
Now you gonna call alert Facebook and say, "Hey, I'm in here. I don't know how I got in here. I ain't doing nothing, but I'm trying to help y'all."
Bob H.
This was on Darren Tyler's computer. Is what happened.
But what we don't know is he put video out now. Anyway, that's I don't know, 8 months. I don't know. I mean, I guess he couldn't pay $200,000 to recoup. I don't know.
Dang,
I don't know.
$200,000 worth of data got taken, or
Or that's how much Facebook used to basically correct this problem. Figure out who was doing it, and then whatever
they coulda
time
let
and
him do it
energy,
for free.
lawyers fees and court fees and
Man, they-
investigation fees and protection fees.
They could have let him do it, patch up the hole for free. He was trying to help anyway.
Help me help you. Help
me.
me help you.
Please.
All right. Let's take pictures, y'all. Let's see what you guys are doing right now. Go ahead and pull out your cameras. We call this segment Daily Booth. Daily Booth is where we go to take pictures. It's actually a free website. You can go there right now. It's www.dailybooth.com. You pull out your webcam, pull out your cell phone, or you can just upload a picture. And once you do, you can share that picture with us right here in the chat room, and we'll take a look at it. And if you are a new user, haven't yet used Daily Booth, you can always follow us. You can follow me at dailybooth.com/Damon Nolan. If you follow me, let me know you are a listener, and we'll follow you back. But we can take a look at your picture. And don't worry if you're offline. If you're on an archive show, you can always take a picture and share it with us. We like pictures. Anyway, so feel free to post your picture right here in the chat room. And I see Mike is pulling out his camera right now. Let me say hi to Neil, who just logged in. How's it going, sir? Thanks for joining us today. We're going to Daily Booth, and if you don't mind going there, Mike, did you post a picture yet?
I have to connect to.
I actually have a
network
picture. I
again.
probably should upload. Let me go ahead and upload that one now. I'm gonna
Hold up,
I'm
not
gonna
connected.
share with you the picture
It's not my fault.
while my
Computer restarts.
no,
Oh.
please don't say that. Don't say that. I'm gonna share with you the picture of let me upload this picture. Here we go. I'm gonna upload a picture so that you guys can see just how far away Tim Arthur was from.
He said nobody told him to
Nice.
stand there. He stood there where you wanted to stand.
Yeah, once it hold on a second. My
That's what he
computer
said.
seems to be. Come on, baby. It's Daily Booth.
It's your operating system.
No, it's Daily Booth. I blame it on them.
All right, I posted my picture.
Okay. Oh yeah.
See,
All right.
restart.
I apologize. Yeah, it's not me. It's Daily Booth. Every time I come to Daily Booth, I always get an error message. So I'm gonna upload a picture.
It's restarted too.
Stop! Don't say that. Please don't say that. Please, Mike Render. Don't say that. All right, let me post this picture here. So if you want to look at Tim Arthur posted his picture,
Ha!
and we'll take a look at
I didn't
his.
know I could look at the full picture from my phone. That's hot. JT Money.
JT Money.
Ha!
here we go. So I'm gonna upload this picture here. This is I want you to see this. This is how close Tim Arthur was to our MCs. Now you tell me.
Tell you what.
You tell me. Now he wanted to get right next to her, right? He was like, can I get?" And her husband said, we don't let George Clooney's get next to my wives.
I like his jersey.
Tim, the
Go Heat.
The evidence is compelling. Dude.
He is taller, right?
You are keeping your distance, dude. Come on now, don't front.
Yeah. So he decided to be on the other side, and
so Ryan is okay, but Tim's not.
well, but Ryan doesn't look like George Clooney. Is it, not saying anything bad about Ryan. I'm just saying.
Ryan
What's
was
so
not
special about George
specifically
Clooney?
charged with the idea
Yeah.
of keeping your distance.
Yeah.
What's so special about George Clooney?
But behind the scenes, see his hand isn't really touching hers at all, because the husband got her hands like, Ryan, no touchy. Although she was very cute, though, I got to give it to her. They were a very cute couple on stage.
So what's up with why George Clooney? I mean, why is it okay that Ryan doesn't look like him? That makes him okay.
Well,
Tim
I don't
apparently
know.
George Clooney.
George Clooney is a heartthrob to
yes,
many women out there.
Yes, apparently.
Really?
He.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I'm glad I
It's
don't
like
know, but
it's like Denzel Washington, right? It's like Denzel
I
Washington
never understood that either. I was like,
for certain women, and then George
majority,
Clooney.
a lot of women though.
Well, it depends on who you ask. I mean,
Exactly.
it just depends.
Exactly.
Some people like
So it's not like LL.
brunettes. Some
it's
people
like
like blondes.
Denzel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you mix it up a little bit, right? Because there's a
Right.
lot of different people
So
out
like
there.
Brad Pitt type thing.
Brad Pitt might be
Okay.
another one,
All right.
right?
All right.
Dude, you look like Brad Pitt. You need to stay away from my girl.
Yeah, man, 'cause-
See, you're
yeah.
missing all.
If you look like LL Cool J and you're always licking your lips, it's probably good that you stay away from my wife.
yeah,
I'm just saying. Or Lance Bass.
Lance Bass.
Huh?
Isn't that the dude's name from?
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Mm.
Okay. Anyway, I digress. So
Does he like women?
Tim Arthur, aka Albie Shore. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, you do have to be careful
You
about that.
see?
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Be careful.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Be careful.
With the Albie Shore.
Okay,
dude.
I'll take that.
Okay, I mean, dude.
Okay.
Go get you a before picture.
Okay.
Go get you an after picture. You can. It's no. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the problem?
That was a good shot, dude.
Well, it's
I'm
okay.
talking to Tim. That was nice.
See,
Okay.
you hear the crickets?
Responding.
I know,
God,
right?
Well done, dude.
Yeah. Mike Randall throws his picture up and says,
Dang, let me go find the Albie Shore picture and post it on mine.
oh my goodness.
See, that'd be funny.
Yeah, we should do like you should do.
I used to get that one and
You should get
Christopher
4
Williams.
thumbnails,
There were
right.
2 of them.
You should get 4 thumbnails and put one of Tim and George next to
Right.
each other, and then one of Damon and I'll be sure.
Let me see.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you who it depends on what it depends on what year,
You just need a box.
right? There was Albie Shore, right? I got that one a lot. And it depends because I was in middle school and I got Albie Shore. When I got to high school, it was Christopher Williams because I think he was out.
Christopher Williams.
And then
Mr. Williams.
'Cause I'm dreaming, leave me alone, right? So I got that one. And then when I got to I think 11th grade, then the dude from New Jack City, because I got them both. I got
Pookie?
Christopher Williams and the other dude, not Pookie,
You see what it did there?
and my brother's keeper,
Oh, yeah.
the dude from Tyler Perry show. I got him a couple times. Then when I got to college, then I got the other dude that kept licking his lips in my best friend's wedding or the wedding.
I believe his name is. You need to stop that.
So it just depends. Curly hair, whatever. So anyway, I digress. Let's see. Any other pictures? Tim Arthur throws his thumbs up and says, "Happy Monday." Thank you. All right, let's continue. Let's continue our stories, shall we?
Oh yeah. We got this news thing that we do. I
Yeah.
forgot. I almost forgot about that.
Google Latitude. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. This is a new feature that that just rolled out. Google, I think it was really kind of a quiet rollout, but I read about it on I think Sunday. But Google has released a new version of Google Latitude that basically allows you to check in, which we've been able to do for quite some time. But now there is something called a leaderboard.
Right.
Does it sound like anything else? Anybody else that might be doing that right about now?
It's like when you square the number 4.
Oh, exactly. And that's pretty much where some or many people are right now, is to say, this Google Latitude sure looks an awful lot like Foursquare. That's doing that. Well, the idea behind it is that if you use Google Latitude, you'll find that you can gain points for checking in to certain places, which means that over time, the more you check in, the way you can sort of measure yourself against what your friends are doing. However, from some people saying that they still can't see the leaderboard just yet, but I will tell you this: if you have to check in order to see the leaderboard. But to me personally, I'm kind of wondering, do you think this is going to affect Foursquare at all? And I don't think it's going to affect Facebook, because who checks in with Facebook? Does anyone check in on Facebook?
No.
If anyone checks in, for the most part, most of my friends use Foursquare. And I've tried Google Latitude in the past, and I don't see why I would use it. But I can say this: Google is doing something behind the scenes. And clearly there is a connection between Google Plus and YouTube, right? You can share videos.
Right.
I think they're going to roll something out with Google Plus and Latitude. Do you see any value in that at all?
No.
Like if more and more people begin to use Google Plus as their sort of social network of choice. Now, you know, that doesn't look nothing. I don't look nothing like no Al B. Sure.
What are you talking about?
Because my name is Al B. Sure. The rhythm. Now, I want you to pull up the other one.
Which other one?
I want you to pull up a picture of George Clooney and then pull up a picture of Tim Arthur.
Too busy.
And I want you to
Busy.
figure that out.
Can't do that.
Because that doesn't look anything like him.
I believe we're going to let our listeners be the judge of that.
You have to vote.
Yeah, there's nothing there. You might have to find a different picture where he has a beard. Maybe that'll do it.
Yes.
If there's a way to find a picture.
Like, there's no pictures of him with a beard.
There are no pictures of Al B. Sure on the internet. No way. How could that possibly be?
With a beard.
Let me say hi to Doc Talk, who snuck in a few moments ago. I want to say hi to
See,
you.
that's how come I need a screen that y'all can't see.
Well, I'm looking at your screen, but you keep moving around.
Well,
So I gotta try to help you
gotta
out.
click on all the images, man. Those four, you need more options.
ah.
Yeah, like the link above.
Well, y'all go and do the show.
the link above the thumbnail.
You gotta be involved. I'm trying to see what this is.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so in any case, as I was saying,
I'm involved.
stop doing that. Doesn't look anything like
There
me.
goes David. He right there.
None of that looks like me.
Oh,
None of them. None of them.
and the younger, obviously, his son looks more like you than the dad does.
All right, let me move on.
See, distracted.
So my question was about Google Latitude, and you keep going back to Al B. Shore. Leave him alone. That doesn't look like me at all. I don't have those connecting
Thou
eyebrows.
dost protest too much. We'll see. I believe our listeners will decide this issue.
All
If
right.
you would just go on.
Google Latitude. I'm trying to go on. You keep going back to Al B. Shore for 5 seconds.
I'm not. You keep going back to Al B. Sure. I'm just mousing around on the internet.
I can't see the chat room. All right. So anyway, that's kind of the big thing there with Google Latitude. Maybe nothing, maybe something. What do you think, Mike?
Nothing.
Okay, Derek, what say you? Something or nothing.
Foursquare is already Foursquare. I think they're kind of good and duck in. And if
So
that's
Google
what you,
Latitude. So why would they do that now? Don't you think they know this already?
for the same
Seriously?
reason. For the same reason,
This is
they
Google we're
they
talking
go into they did Google Plus, and I think they like the idea of moving in on other people because they can. I think maybe is the best explanation. And maybe over time they'll do it better, and maybe over time people will get tired of Foursquare.
So maybe there's something we don't know about
Yes.
about this.
I think always.
Because we're talking about Google. This is Google, the same Google that bought YouTube, the #1 video streaming service online.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to bet against those guys.
So I'm really wondering if they know something we don't know.
Even if they
You know?
don't, I think the idea that
Like, why would you continue to invest in? Because they've cut down other sources. They've cut down other services.
All right.
Right? They've gotten rid of like Knoll. They got rid of some of these other things that we weren't really using, and yet they still keep Latitude up there. So I'm wondering if they know something we don't know. Clearly they must. Because I don't use Latitude. I think it's too clunky and it just seems wrong.
I'm not big on
Can you go to the chat room for a
No.
sec? There's some pictures, and I'm sure that Tim Arthur probably wants to share those with you.
Oh.
A couple of links there. I'm gonna click on one of those.
Hi Al.
Go ahead, click it. Go
Oh gosh.
ahead and click it.
I'm not sure I want to do this.
Go ahead.
Mom, don't you have a?
Oh gosh. Really?
Nice,
Really?
nice.
Really? Okay. All right. Okay. I see what's going on here.
See,
I see what's going on here, Tim Arthur.
see.
See, that's funny though.
Mm-hmm.
Funny is funny.
It ain't always right, but it is funny.
Funny is always funny.
All right. Well, let's move on to a different story since
keep
you
talking about
clearly
some moving on.
you clearly don't like Google Latitude right now, and you like I'll be sure. Let me move on. You guys are so wrong.
You started this.
Samsung scores a blockbuster movie streaming deal, as in Samsung, the handheld device maker, the ones that also make television sets.
Right.
You know those ones?
Right.
They have a new deal with Blockbuster. And it is starting right now with Australia, but it will soon be coming to the U.S. and Europe.
You see what Tim did? These two guys. Tim already got my idea. That one and that one right there. See?
Yeah. See, they ain't a good, one.
You see how that happened?
They ain't a good one.
We're
though.
talking about Samsung, and we keep going back to I'll be sure. You see, I didn't even mention them.
You're right. I apologize. I'm very, very sorry.
You are going to be in so much trouble. I just want you to know that.
Look, that's just funny, man. I can't help it's funny.
So anyway, Samsung has reportedly signed a new deal with Blockbuster that will see the company deliver thousands of movies to the Korean electronics giant's Galaxy smartphone and tablet range. This includes Blu-ray players and smart television sets. So I'm trying to figure out what this means. You're saying to me that you can stream Blockbuster movies to my handheld device, but you're limiting it to only to Samsung.
Uh-oh.
Does anyone else figure out why is that? So does Blockbuster have an app that I don't know about?
Yeah.
Does anyone have a Blockbuster handheld device app for their phone or their tablet?
The Evo, once they did the update for the Evo, it automatically came to your phone.
Blockbuster?
Mm-hmm.
Blockbuster has one?
Mm-hmm. That was a long time ago, though.
Did you use it?
No.
Did anyone?
Oh, there's the question then.
For what?
That therein lies the question.
As soon as Netflix came out, but I never used it before Netflix came out either. So
Okay. So
scroll back up there. Scroll.
I'm trying to understand though, what the advantage is
Yeah.
of this. Why is this a good thing? Why would I care that Blockbuster is going to come to a particular brand of
People will
phone?
pay for the services that they want.
So do you think that people want Is anyone even using Blockbuster right now?
No.
I know that you have it with DirecTV, right? You can rent videos and all that, but
Right.
I don't know. I guess I saw this and said, somebody must be excited about this.
Use that picture.
Smart House reports.
The YouTube one.
Stop it! I want you guys to stop it.
Not the one with the glasses.
Stop it.
The purple YouTube one.
Listen. Stop it.
That one, yeah.
Smart House. Can I finish the story though?
Yeah.
Stop talking about I'll be sure for a
I
second.
didn't say nothing about it.
Tim, look what you started.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And then the other picture that you got.
Can I finish the story?
Yes.
Well, stop talking about them. Smart House reports that the service will be rolled out in Australia, the U.S., and Europe this year, with American and European customers seeing this in the first half of 2012. Paul Unaki, the CEO of the Franchise Entertainment Group, who holds the right to the Blockbuster brand in Australia, said that the Samsung deal is a brilliant deal, which will see the service available on Samsung's range of televisions, Blu-ray, mobile devices, and even PCs. Now, to facilitate the new service, and it's important that you hear this part,
Okay.
Samsung is rumored to be developing a new global billing platform that will allow users to sign up and pay for new media content.
Boom. Sounds like another service that you pay and get media content.
Now, I will say this:
And
they have
rhymes
already tried this already
Yeah.
on the Samsung device that I have, the Galaxy
And the
Samsung
Evo. And the Evo.
huh?
And the Evo.
Samsung is not
Well, I
evil.
mean, the Evo had the Blockbuster joint too.
I'm looking at Samsung as them trying to say, hey, look, we got an entertainment system on your phone that only you as a Samsung user can use, or a Samsung device owner can use. But would you be willing to pay extra money for that? And that, I think, is where I don't know that I would. And I don't know if this is a smart move for Samsung or not, or if it's just kind of a waste of energy to go out here and develop an entirely separate infrastructure for you to pay for media content just so you can get it on your device. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
I do.
Like, why would a company of a phone
I do. And it's really
negotiate that deal?
It seems very, very counterintuitive in as much as Netflix, for example, is really one of the things that has allowed them to jockey for the enviable market position that they're in, is the idea that they are, instead of proprietary, they are cross-platform. Once you got a Netflix subscription, you can pretty much get it on any device, whereas Samsung seems to be going in just the opposite direction. You can only get it on this device,
right?
And Netflix has spared no expense to make sure that it goes on the Wii and all the all the gaming platforms. And in fact, when another platform comes up, Netflix makes sure that you can get Netflix on that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So for them to say, hey, we can deliver, we're not creating content. Samsung's not creating content. We're delivering content to you via Blockbuster, but you'll have to pay for this service via our billing system that we're building now. To me, that seems just kind of weird. Like, why would you waste the time to do that? So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I am right now. Like, I don't know if that's a smart. See, this is the part I don't. Is this a smart move? Like, am I missing something? Is this a smart move or a dumb move that you would go out of your way to do this? Like, I can understand if you were like the originator, like HBO Go. You know, I am the originator. I hold the license to hold these things. If I want this thing to only come through one device, it makes sense. Right. But Blockbuster does pretty much what Netflix and Redbox is going to do. Wait a minute. Therein lies the rub.
Oh, do tell.
Okay. Let me think about this for a second. So Verizon is working with Redbox.
Right.
Right? Netflix doesn't have any real partners when it comes to just one partner. Blockbuster says, hey, we need a partner too. So if Verizon's going to get Redbox, then Blockbuster needs a partner like a phone manufacturer to get their products through a device. Think about this. Verizon, which is it's not tied to any particular phone, by the way, but Verizon's going to stream Redbox movies to your device. What's Blockbuster going to do if they don't have a partner to get this out there to the world?
Nothing.
So maybe that's the thing. Although one thing that does perplex me though, Mike, is that if you already have on the Evo a Blockbuster app, let me ask a question. Does anyone, if you have an iPhone, is that Blockbuster on iPhone? Mike, can you get Blockbuster on that phone?
Probably.
I'm just wondering because I don't see the value. Anyway, if you have any ideas, Tim Arthur, since you seem to know about some of these things, because I got Mike finally on Netflix, and that probably is where he's going to stay for a while.
Yeah, until the season's over.
There's other shows you can watch.
Like
Let me
what?
move on to Blog Roll for a moment because
I tried to do.
I
a
haven't
search
quite
on
figured
the
this one
Wiz
out.
last night. And it wasn't
nobody beats the Wiz. Nobody beats the Wiz.
there. It wasn't there, so somebody beat it on there.
Rolling
With the pulses. Trying to stay in your key. I'm sorry. Switch it up on me. Blog Rolls. We take a look at what you guys are writing, and boy, are you guys writing.
There is a Blockbuster app.
There are
by the way,
quite a few stories here,
and it's free.
so I don't see the advantage. I really don't. I thought I did, but then I don't.
yeah, the
I
idea.
thought I understood, but I guess I don't.
Yeah, proprietary devices for streaming video. I'm not buying.
Oh, thank you. Finally, somebody can give me some information. Bob H says, no, the Blockbuster iPhone app lets you manage your queue for DVD delivery. There's no streaming involved on that. So Verizon, when they connect with, with Redbox and the fact that you can stream movies over the internet through Verizon's network, that's an advantage for whoever's on Verizon.
Right.
If you want to watch Blockbuster movies right now, the only thing they have are these retail stores, which many of them are out of business because they couldn't afford them.
I was going to say.
And these little kiosks that you barely see anywhere. I mean, you may see one or two, maybe, but I see more Redbox boxes than I do Blockbuster boxes.
Yes.
Right.
Right. So maybe they're saying, hey, look, we don't have any online application that lets us stream video. So why not work with Samsung? Let them collect the money. You pay us, and we'll deliver content. Although I would still think you'd have to have some agreement with these movie companies.
With the content providers.
For you to say, hey, I'm going to stream your stuff, you can't stop me.
Mm-mm. Yes, I can.
Right? That's
Yes, I can.
There's got to be something there. Something I'm missing. I don't know. I'll think about that some more. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what you guys are writing, what you're putting out there. So I wrote a post last night. So I have a couple posts that I'd like to share with you, but there are others. I see that Eileen has one. Tim has a couple. So I'm going to share some of those
we're going
with
to talk about them. I mean, that's what the vlog roll is all about.
That's what we do.
Yeah, sure.
So in looking at this, I have one called "Putting Your Time Budget on Autopilot," and I wrote this one last night. As a matter of fact, I'm trying really hard to blog. I'm trying really hard to blog every day and even on weekends. But one of the things I noticed is that when I get to during the week, I'm pretty good with my time. Like I can pretty much schedule my time. But as soon as I hit like Friday evening until Monday morning at 7:00, everything goes out the window.
I think the brain needs frivolity time.
You need to control your time.
No,
all week.
All the time.
Not just on the weekday, but all week.
Control your vacation time. Like, schedule everything.
You do. I think you do. Because if you don't, you miss out on a lot of opportunities to get ahead. So, I say to you, here is a blog post that I share a couple ideas on how you can sort of automate your time management, your scheduling of your time, what I call using a time budget. You can get more details on that. Click on that link there and kind of see what I'm doing. It's so wrong. I can't even believe that we're even still on this 40 minutes later.
I'm not done.
Thank you, Tim Arthur.
See, if I had just like this,
you have to get the other profile picture that what they had in the chat room.
I can't believe this.
That's this one.
Miss Eileen has one. Miss Eileen has a blog post.
There's a picture of Damon.
If you let me finish,
That's this one.
It's another one.
We're gonna finish the show now. Come back later after you guys do your photoshopping. 3 ways to find incoming links for free. I really like this one.
Incoming links for free?
Yes. Well, I like free, and Miss Eileen knows me well. She has one called 3 Ways to Find Incoming Links for Free. This one is written by Miss Eileen. I'll give you one free one. See, there he goes again. Stop. Put that thing away. It's so wrong. I really, really like this one. And the reason why I like this one is because would you guys stop it?
You know that was funny.
Like a bunch of little kindergartners.
You know that was funny.
Why don't you pull up the picture of George Clooney? Why are you just looking at mine?
Because I'm not across the table from George Clooney.
Tim, this is what you started.
Oh, come on now. That's funny.
He takes no responsibility whatsoever.
I do nothing.
Let me finish. So anyway, there are 3 ways that you can find incoming links, and I really like the one Webmasters Tool is a great one that will tell you what websites are sending links your way, and obviously once you realize who's sending stuff your way, maybe you can do some reciprocation or reach out to them and say, hey, thank you. There are 2 other ways that you can get these, and both of them are free. And she got me thinking last night. So I did, matter of fact, late last night and early this morning, I found another one that I want to share, and that one is go to Google Analytics is another good one.
Aha.
There's actually one in there that allows you to open up a list of links that you get. That are coming in, and it allows you to go in and really chime in to see what articles are getting attention and from where. So that's another good one. But let me share her story with you so you can see the 2 that she provided. And let me say thank you, Miss Eileen, for making me think twice about the topic of incoming links. Thank you very much. There you go. Oops. Oh, no, that's right. Okay. Another one that we have here comes from Tim Arthur's post, which is podcastingtutor.com. And it's called 5 Ways to Get High-Profile Interviews for Your Podcast. And, one of the things we realized here for this show is that interviews are really valuable. They bring a lot of value.
Every time we get a spike. We get a spike in the analytics every
visitors.
Time.
There's a lot of really good reasons why
we get new friends that way too. Yeah,
on your show. But maybe the question is how to get high profile, those people who really going to bring those numbers. Well, Tim Arthur has a way on his website, so let me share that with you. and say thank you to you, sir, for sharing that. And there's some good ones in there. Definitely some stuff that you can learn some things. Just get some really good ideas. That's another one. Let's see here. Okay, here's another one. This one I wrote, I think, on Saturday. It's called 3 Recommended Changes to Improve Communication Skills. I'll give you a little bit brief background. One of the things I realized is that earlier this week we had a big issue in the fraternity, right? It was something happened, and I was like, oh man, duh. And then after something bad happens, you start to reflect and say, well, what could I have done better, right? What could I have done to make it better? And so I came up with 3 ways that you can avoid bad communication skills, which is something I really have issues with. And I share them here. 3 recommended ways or changes to improve your communication skills. And I'll give you one, and that is do it now. Don't wait for it. Do it now.
Do it now.
Yes.
Do it now.
That's a big thing because I'm a procrastinator by nature, by default. I procrastinate until the last minute. But one thing I'm learning, and by having some really good friends around me who are opposite of procrastinators, they are very, very early planners. I've watched them work together, and they are killing it. Like, they think so far ahead. And one of the things I'm noticing as a blogger is that a lot of times I write blog posts after the fact. But what's really important, too, is to write blog posts before the fact, before the event even takes place. So This is what I'm learning from you guys. So I really, really do appreciate that. And I think we have a couple more. Tim Arthur has another one called Camtasia Giveaway for Mac or PC, and we have winners, and he has 2 winners that he wants to share with you. So you can find out who won, and it wasn't me, by the way, unfortunately. Although I will gladly take any freebies that you're willing to spare.
Yes, he will.
And last but not least, we have another one called Take the Plunge, Buy Web Hosting and Build a Blog.
Yes, we talked about this.
There is definitely something about owning your own hosting and things you can do when you own it.
And the thing is, even I think there's a lot to be said for learning how the sausage is made. Even if there's no discernible difference from the outside world, the idea that you know how the pieces and parts interact,
right?
I think it makes you a better blogger.
Well, you get way much more control about what goes on your site. One of the things I find with Blogger, for example, is that I have to work with their tool. They tell me how things are supposed to work, and then I'm kind of stuck in this space. I really want to have my own, it's kind of like spread my wings. And I get this, and Tim Arthur and Aaron K. White will probably ride me hard and say, I've given you an option. You can always do this and go to WordPress. And that's probably still the case. But even with WordPress, I don't want to look like I'm on WordPress. Like I want the blog feature when I want the blog feature, but I want a website the other times. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. Right. I think that's one of the.
So anyway, that last story came from Basic Blog Tips 2. That's written by Mitz, and buy web hosting and build a blog. Take the plunge. So you can go follow that link there. Thank you to all of you, Tim Arthur, Miss Eileen, for sharing your stories with us today. I appreciate it. All right, so our last story that we have before we run out of time is to continue our discussion about.
Where did all the time go?
I wonder where that went. To finish a story about Blockbuster, and this I actually saw this and said, Blockbuster making a lot of changes recently, and I don't know how many of you guys have a TiVo, but if you do, this will definitely affect you. Dave Natz, or Zatz rather, noted an email and sent it to its Blockbuster streaming customers. And Dave writes, we have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that as of March 31st, 2012, the Blockbuster app will no longer be available on your TiVo DVR. We are updating our technology platform and will not be able to continue supporting your device. You won't be able to watch movies from Blockbuster on demand on your device, but you can still watch any of our other devices or watch any of them on our other devices or stream via PC or Mac.
Well, seems like the TiVo, because it is an open platform, it seems like it's easily hackable so that the Blockbuster would work once again, yes? Anybody that knows enough about both of those platforms.
So
Did you
I
just
guess
promote
the
hacking?
first question is: does anyone
Maybe
actually use a TiVo?
I,
Who has a TiVo?
How
does that
My
work?
brother-in-law had one.
How does it work exactly? You just say, "Hey, I'm watching a television show."
It is
11
one of the
o'clock,
it is one of the first in those digital video recording technologies. It's very much like the ones that you get from cable, except for you can get them out of there and put them into other platforms and formats. And
so it's
stuff.
just a brand of DVR.
I'm not even sure that I would even call it a brand. It's more like, yeah, I guess it is a brand, but it's a brand kind of like Kleenex is a brand. You can go and get together and put the parts together, and you still have a TiVo device, even though it's not the TiVo branded device.
It's like we say Kleenex,
Yeah.
which is really their job. They did a great job of
Right.
branding, because now everything that looks like a tissue paper for your nose is Kleenex.
Yeah, you can be called Kleenex, right?
Right. So TiVo, are you going to TiVo it? Is the same thing of saying it's a DVR,
Yeah,
but it's just a brand.
pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay, so TiVo, and I don't know, again, this is Blockbuster, and I don't have neither, but I thought that was worthy to say. What is Blockbuster doing right now? Like, I just don't know if I understand their game plan. I think they're really a losing company when it comes down to, like, I think they lost the minute they decided to go online and forget the retail aspect. Now, in Smithfield, where I live, they do have one Blockbuster store, but in Clayton, they closed it down. And I was torn for a long time about why I would go to Blockbuster, and I think they had a lot of opportunities to really cash in on the different things, but they kept being greedy. Like, I remember one thing about Blockbuster. They said that you could, for one low set fee, you can watch as many movies as you want, right? You can take a movie in, rent a movie, bring it back, rent another movie, which is kind of like Netflix. And I thought that, I was like, dude, that's really awesome. The other thing they said, but they had a limit. They said you can only do that. You can only do that
twice.
If you get one from the web, so you can order one online, it'll mail it to you, and then you can take that into the store, and then get one movie back.
You can only do that once.
Yeah, until you get another movie in from the mail, which was kind of corny. I was like, why don't you? If I want to get the movie now, I should be able to rent the movie
from
as
the
often
store,
as I
'cause
want.
It's like right in front of me.
Yeah.
But no, you have to go back home and get it sent in the mail.
Yeah, it was like really awkward. And then they kept saying, "Oh, we have no fees, no late fees, no late fees," and that wasn't true either. So after a while, Blockbuster, they really just turned me off. I said, you know what? This is the reason why I'm not going to y'all anymore. And I used to love Blockbuster. I used to love Blockbuster.
90 seconds.
They just have totally,
night?
they've lost it. Yeah. That
to.
and a Domino's Pizza were the two biggest things that I used to look forward to.
See, I see the same thing having already happened with Netflix. I just think not a whole lot of people see it. They have already missed the train.
And somehow, and I apologize, I just saw the caller from the phone
Who's that?
put his hand. I don't know who that was, but I want to say, sir or ma'am, thanks for calling in. I apologize, I didn't see the flag until just now.
Peoples.
But I will. Hopefully, you'll call us
60
back
seconds.
tomorrow, and we can bring you on. Let me play the music so I can get us out of here. But say thank you to you for hanging out with us today. Let me say thank you to Alan Tran, Doc Talk, Dyslexic in America, Eileen Smith, Neil, Bob H., Tim Arthur, Derek Brinson, Michael Render, and all of you listening live in an archive. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget, we're here every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on blogtalkradio.com/Damon Nolan. You can follow us online. Don't forget, we also have a higher fidelity version. You can go to youtube.com/Damon Nolan to get all of our episodes right now. Gonna do it for us, y'all. Have a wonderful Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then.
I was trying to think of an Albie Shore song.
10 seconds.
Deuces.
Deuces. There we go.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Wanna get off on your own. Yeah. Cause my fellas, they say You really wanna come around my way and tell me that you look good in them jeans? You love me and you care. I'm all alone, my girl. Please be mine.
Yeah.
Dope on a rope. Fellas. All right, I'm done.